Hello. So we're actually going to get enough tonight? It's been a bad week for streaming. Tuesday night we only got 3. Last night we had 2. Right now I'm showing 2 on one side and 4 on the other. Nope, now it's showing 4 and 3. Now it's just 3. Yeah, Silver Keys, if there's anything you definitely want, just tell me. Right? I don't know if I've ever told you guys this or not, but I despise the month of August. I don't know what it is, but all of the worst things that have ever happened to me in my life always happen in the month of August. If we had like the sci-fi stasis chambers, I would be seriously tempted to just sleep through the whole month. Just pretend that August doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm showing 5 right now. Oh, Doug, don't forget, I'm going to be sending you the thing for that 20 Balboa for you to pay on the 1st. Cool. Yeah, and your 1 dime that you picked up was the only coin that went in pre-sale. So everything else on that entire list is still available. Yeah, like I said, it's been a rough week. I don't know if it was because the attempted change for Tuesday or if it was just something to do with the week. If people just are out doing other things, I don't know. I know it's the end of the month, so everybody's getting ready to pay all their bills. I could always play into it. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Is it? Here in Tucson, all the kids went back to school at the beginning of August. So they've been back in for like a month. I don't know. We only end up with a handful of people on. I'm still going to go through it all. It's just I'll do it in a quicker, faster method. Even a lot of our old regulars haven't been around lately. I think we've seen Mean One in like, what, 2-3 months? Chef has always been sporadic when he pops in. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times we have people that just completely forget that they even had packages here. And in some cases, I mean like big packages. And then we won't hear from them for 6 months. And then I'll email and be like, so you saw the package sitting here. And even then, sometimes they're like, oh yeah, still, you can keep holding it. All right. I had somebody do that once and it ended up like 2 years. And finally I was like, you know what? I'm shipping it. I can get if you bought 1 or 2 things and it was like $12. I think it was just a driver glitch because since I restarted the computer after that, it's worked. So yeah, I can get if it's like, 1 or 2 things and you spent like $12, but in some cases it's been like, a few $100s worth of stuff sitting in that package and they apparently just forgot. That I don't get. I guess unless they're in a situation where like it's better to have those particular assets sitting somewhere else that nobody knows about. I suppose that could always be a possibility. Hey, we're back to 5. I know there are some people that they just buy so much stuff on so many channels they forget because they don't write it down. I don't know. I'm definitely hoping things pick back up soon. I'm only showing 5 on my side. It hit 7 for like 2 seconds. Now it's back to 5. But yeah, either way, here shortly we'll give it a go. And hopefully we'll get some more pop in at some point. I was telling Angela the other day, thank you. I was telling Angela the other day, I think I'm going to quit ever coming on and talking about, yeah, I'd love to do this and this and this. We just need a bigger viewer base, so help get the viewer base up. Because every time I ever do that, the viewer base seems to plummet. Hello, hello. Welcome. All right, we're going to give this thing a go. So I'm going to get the beginning stuff out the way. All right, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email. Cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Kachera. That's me. You're in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being a little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, there will be an additional $45 charge on top of that. It is the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail, and keep in mind, if you do registered, you will have to sign for it when it arrives. It also takes longer to get it to you. We do hold packages, so if you want your package held so you can maximize your shipping, just let us know. I do always recommend send us an email, so that way, just in case we don't catch it in chat, we know to hold on to your package so you can fill it up. If you're new, you can get stuff tonight. You just have to send us an email by the end of the night. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, your channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method, what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. Here's our Facebook link. Tonight's lot list is on there. It's still the top post. This is for anybody who was wondering, yes, this is still the same lot list from Tuesday. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list. Lately, it's been the day before. I'm trying to get better at that. Bear with me. But you will get the lot list as soon as it hits your email. You have the ability to pre-purchase items. Keep in mind, it is first come, first serve, just like our sales. So if you see something, don't wait, jump on it. And we do not invoice right away, so you will not be charged right away for pre-sales. We wait until after the night of the stream and then invoice everybody together. Always make sure that you check down in our description for the rest of our rules and policies. So yeah, for anybody not aware, this is our third attempt at doing this particular sale. I don't know what's been up this week, but Tuesday we had 3 people. Wednesday we only got 2 people. It's just been a bad week. But either way, tonight we are going through the list. So if it remains just, 5 or 6 of you, that just means that you're going to have a better shot at getting whatever you might want. So, all right, here we go. And we're going to be kicking off, as always, with world banknotes. I don't mind if the sales are slow. It's just not having people on at all bums me out. You know, even if people aren't going to get anything, it's still nice to see the people on. All right, first off is 1986 to 88 10 kwacha from Zambia. Uncirculated notes. $2. I'm not holding my breath on that, man. As of next month, I will have been doing this for 7 years, and I'm still only at like 850. And it's pretty much only the same like 11 people that are regularly around. Oh yeah, I'm not saying it can't happen. All right, moving on. Next one. This one's a first for us. It's actually amazed this didn't go on pre-sale for some of our banknote people, because this is the first time we've ever had one of these. It's a 2011 through 2016 series, 1,000 pounds from Lebanon. Uncirculated. Going for $3. It's the first time we have ever had one of these on Cheapskate Coins. Anybody? What's through the white window? Oh, it's got a watermark. Hey, chef. And yeah, good eyes, Doug. It's actually got the tree watermarked in it as well. So that tree is watermarked in there as well. Very cool. All right, moving on. Next up is a 2014 1 Hervinia from Ukraine. Uncirculated. Going for $3. Anybody? Oh, speaking of which, next time you see Ringmaster Ray, remind him he still has a package with us. I just thought of that. All right, moving on. All right, let's do the next. I'm going to go ahead and link all of these real quick, just to get through these quicker. All right, so we're going to have 1985, 5,000 lira from Italy for $2. I will show them after I link them. 1967 through 76, 1 ringgit, Malaysia for $2. 1964 through 75 series, 1 rial from Saudi Arabia for $2. And 1943 5 francs from France for $3. Right, here is the Italy 5,000 lyre. This one's $2. The Malaysia 1 ringgit, $2. The 1 rial Saudi Arabia, $2. And the 1943 5 franc from France, $3. Back in the day, they always had the most artistic banknotes. All right, we're going to move on. If anybody decides you want any of those banknotes, let me know. If anybody wants a bundle on all those banknotes, let me know. I can do a little bundle for you if you want them all. Alright, next up. Alright, this is a little Coins of Europe set for Russia. It's 8 coins. It's in a little display card. And it's got what all the coins are. These are all uncirculated coins from various dates ranging from 98 to 2013. Over $5. Anybody? Kind of a neat little set. Going to Chef. Congrats. Oh, why is my card basket way over there? Alrighty. Alright, next up, this is going to be another first for Cheapskate Coins. We never had one of these before. Only 25,000 of these were made. This is a 1969 one cala commemorative coin, Robert Louis Stevenson, from Western Samoa. So it's basically like their dollar coin. Going for $5. Anybody? Oh, nobody. All right, moving on. Ooh, back down to 4 people again. All right, World Silver, we're kicking on with Britain. First one is a 6-pence. 1943. 50% silver. It is BU. Over $15. You got it, Westside. Ooh, upside down. Anybody? Beautiful uncirculated. www. All right, moving on. All right, next up is going to be florins. And again, I'm just going to link all of these since there's only a handful here. That way we're not dragging this thing out forever. All right, so we got the 1920 in good. '29 VG. '40 AU. '42 EF. 42 VF. 43 AU. And 44 VF. All right, here is the 1920. This one's in good, $9. Did you guys see silver's up over 39 again? It is closing in on that $40 mark. I still maintain it's going to get there by the end of the year. And here is the 29. This one's the VG for $8. If you want one of these, just say bin and the date. You think so? Think it'll happen in October? We shall see. Here's the 1940 AU, going for 12. Here is the first of the 42s. This is the EF for $10. And then here is the VF, which is $8. Here's the 43 AU, $10. And the 44 VF. What is what one? These are all florins. These are British florins. The ones I just linked. This one? This one's a 1943 AU. Going to West Side. All right, anybody on any of those other dates? Can you see the 40 again? Yep. Is that it? Here you go, 1940 AU. Both 42s and 44 are going to Chef. You got it, sir. Both the 42s just sold to Chef. Did you want the 40? So the remaining ones are this one. We got the 29 still available and the 1920. Can you see the 42 again? Yeah. Did you want to see the EF one or the VF one, or does it matter? That's the EF. All right, 40 going to West Side. All right, anybody on the 1920 or the 29? And then, of course, we still have the BU 43 sixpence still available. And Chef is taking the 20 and the 29. You got it, sir. All right, and then the last of the Britons are half crowns. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to link them all, and then I'll show them all. Got the 1936 in extremely fine. 1940 AU. 41 in VF. 42 AU. 43 EF. And the 1946 VF, that which is the last year of the silver half crowns. After that, they went to the copper nickel. All right, half crowns. Here is the 1936. Nope, that's not the 36. That's the 22. The heck? I didn't even have a 22 on the list. All right, well, this one wasn't even on the... Oh, yeah, it was. I just didn't link it. I missed it. Let me link this one real quick. This is the 22 that was all the way at the top of the list. There we go. So this one's in a good for 12 bucks. 1922 half crown. This is the 36 and extremely fine. You rarely actually find 36s looking that decent. 15 bucks. And then 1940 AU. '41 VF. '43 EF. 36 and 41 going to Chef. You got it, sir. On 36. All right, so this was the 42. Camera not doing it justice. It actually does look better in person. Here's the 43. And the 46. Final year of the silvers. All right, anybody else on half crowns? We still got the 22, the 40, 42, 43, and 46. And by the way, just the melt alone on these right now, with the new high silver prices, current melt on these is $8.86. Believe it or not. I've always thought everybody should get into foreign. There's some awesome world coins out there. You know, definitely collect American too, obviously, but a piece, yeah. Each one of these, the melt value alone is $8.86. That's how much silver melt value is inside of these. So for the ones that are 12 bucks, you know, you're getting it for $3 and change over melt. Hey, big flip. But, all right, moving on. If you decide you want any more of the Britain, let me know. All right, next up, we have one coin from Sweden. And it is a 1955 10 ore. It is VF for $3. It's getting rare that you can get any silver coin for $3 anymore. Anybody? All right, moving on to Australia. First coin tonight from Australia is a 1943D, 3 pence. 925 sterling silver AU for $8. Starting to get a nice gold patina on it as well. There's one tiny bit of wear on the cheek. I almost called this a BU until I caught that little piece of wear. Or that little spot of wear on it. This thing is pretty. I think it was on the cheek. It was either on the cheek or the hair. Yeah, cheek. Right there on the cheek. And for anybody who didn't know, the D right there under the 3, that is Denver. We did make these planchets for them. Or we minted these coins for them at the time. So that is made at the Denver Mint. And this one's going to Chef Kratzer. Chef beat you to it, Silver Keys. Next up, 1948 6 pence. This one is from the 50% year. VF for $3. Center Australia, 3 pence in for grading. Got Mint State 65. Nice. That is a very respectable grade. So this one does have the little scratch on the back. Not the hair, the scratch. So that's why it's only $3. And going to Doug. All right, next up, 1943 plain date Florin. VF for $16. Definitely got some toning going on. So the shilling and the florin both, for the 43s and 44s, the no mint mark ones are the rarer of the two. So they hold a higher premium than the S's or the D's. Studied the coin more than you want to admit. Hey, a 65 is still bad. I mean, that is really good. Sure, a 66 would be nicer, but a 65 is still very respectable. Let me guess, 66 would have been like a $200 price hike on it, right? All right, moving on. All right, last one from Australia is 1947 florin. This one is the 50% silver year. It's in fine for $8. I'll tell you what, anybody wants both these, I'll do both these for 20 bucks. I'll give you $4 off. Anybody want to get in on that? Save $4. Silver Keys is taking that deal. You got it. Alright, next up I have one coin from New Zealand. Right next door to Australia. It is a 1937 florin. 50% silver in fine, 10 bucks. It's got the kiwi bird on it. Anybody? A New Zealand silver action for you. All right, moving on. Next up, I got two coins from the Netherlands. First one, 1965, 1 gulden. I'll do it for 9. New Zealand going to Silver Keys for 9. You are very welcome. 1965 1 gulden. AU 8 bucks. 72% silver. Nuking out the camera. Try this way. And you can see it's got some toning on it. Anybody, 8 bucks. Alright, moving on. And the other one is the 1962 2.5 gulden. 72% silver AU. This one is 18 bucks. I'll give you guys another good deal. Just like my last one. If anybody wants both, I'll do both for 20. Saves you $6 on this one. So 18 and 8 or 20 for both. Hey, Rob. And Chef was the first one on that one. Congrats, Chef. Oops. All right, next up we got one coin from Panama. And it is a 1947 1/2 Balboa, 90% silver and fine. 18 bucks. That was a good deal. Let me look up a couple stats on this one real quick. All right, so melt value alone on this coin is $14.12. And it only had 450,000 minted. You should pick this one up then. This one's going to Doug. Doug already grabbed it, silver. Now, Chef, if you're interested, I still have sitting here from last week. They're actually on consignment. And the guy's getting ready to do, by the way, good a time as any to let you guys know that I'm probably going to be doing a consignment sale at some point during September. And it's the same guy that owned all those 20 Balboas. And he told me just to keep them here until he gives me the rest of the stuff for the sale. So just in case anybody happens to still want one, there's 3 still left. They're all 1974 20 Balboas. And they're 225 bucks each. There's 3 of them left. So if anybody wants one, they are here. I can sell them now. But they'll still be here later on next month when he gives me the rest of the stuff for the full sale. All right. Next up, we are in Austria. Got 5 coins from Austria tonight. First one is a 1965 shilling with beautiful antique toning on it. That's a West Side coin all day long. It can be your new pocket coin. Do you want one? I can put your name on one. So NGC list on this coin is 35 bucks. I'm doing it for 15. And look at the other side. That is awesome toning. I don't care what anybody says. All right, moving on. To the 1970 10 shilling. This one is EF for $6. All right, moving on. To the 1967 25 shillings. This one is a BU for $28. Anybody? Oh, I lied. There's only 4 from Austria, not 5. I can count. Really, I can. All right, moving on. Last one is the 1971 50 shilling Gem BU. $30. That reverse is basically proof-like. And I can actually do a really good bundle on the Austria if anybody wants all 4. Should be $14 off if anybody wants all 4 of them as a bundle. So that would be, let me see what that would be. Let's see, 15 plus 6 plus 28 plus 30 minus 16. It'd be $63 for all 4. $16 off. Hey, you know what? I'll do good deals for you guys tonight because you guys were nice enough to show up tonight. After the week I've had, I'm fine thanking you guys with good deals. It's been a rough week. And it's not even over. And Silver Keys is taking the deal. Congrats. All right, so that drops that from 15 to 5. That drops that from 6 to 5. There we go. All right. Awesome. Someday I am going to put together a really nice Austria set because I really like Austria's coins. And I like the fact that they've had the longest continuously running mint in the world, closing in on 900 years of continuous operation. If I'm still alive, I'd like to see what if they do something big for their 1,000-year anniversary of that mint. Granted, I doubt I'll be alive because that'd be like another 100 and something years. Yeah, no, I won't be around. Unless medical science makes drastic improvements. All right, next up, one coin from Greece. 1960 20 drachma. 83.5% silver VF, 12 bucks. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, we got one coin from Canada. And it's a beauty. 1963 Canadian dollar. 80% silver BU proof-like. That is a stunning example right there. 30 bucks. Oh, Chef, are you still on? I just thought of something. Chef, if you're still on, let me know. Yeah, that thing's gorgeous, dude. You don't get them much nicer than that. I'll tell you what, for tonight only, I'll drop the price on it to $27. Best I can do on it, 27 bucks. All right, if he pops back up, I'll ask him what I was gonna ask. And going to Doug Gratzer for 27. All right, next up. Hey, Dandy Dave. 1944D, 1/10 Gulden from Curacao. 64% silver EF. Going for $4. If anybody out there likes those smaller coins, I don't have one lying around, but I'm pretty sure this thing's smaller than a dime. If not, it's like exactly the same size. I don't know. Here we go. I got one. Let me see. Yeah, definitely smaller than a dime. So for anybody who likes those smaller coins, here's a little one. Here, let me do it under the scope with how small it is so you can see it better. Hey, Chef, are you still looking for occasionally for medallions that are high relief for doing your pours? Going to Silver Keys. Grats. I know for a while you were looking for medallions that had cool designs for doing your metal pours. I just remembered hey Moose Socks, I just remembered I finally have a few in if you want to see them. I can show them to you real quick. And Chef, if you want these, it's $15 for all four. It's not $15 a piece. It's $15 for the set of all four. So these are large. They're in 2.5s by 2.5s. They're pewter. I'm almost certain. So that's the first one. The reverses all have like text about what it is. But that's the cool, that's the awesome high relief obverse on that one. Then there's that one. That one. And that one. So $15 for all four if you want them, man. Yeah, all right, cool. Let me put that down on the bottom of the list real quick. 4 medallions. $15 to Chef. Alrighty. Yeah, the night I had those on, I was hoping you would have been on there because I know that you guys like, or that you like those, but you were not there. And that, folks, is how the NFL was started. I'm looking forward to the NFL starting. 1 week from today, season opener. My Philadelphia Eagles are going to whomp the crap out of the Dallas Cowboys. If there's any Dallas Cowboy fans on, I am not going to apologize because you guys already know your team is trash this year. All right, next up, Mexico. Just finish your draft. You know, like 2 of the names of who you drafted. First one, 1952, 5 peso. 72% silver AU, $26. Anybody? Well, they haven't traded him yet. They're still negotiating, or they're still waiting to see what's going to happen on that. Unless an announcement came out today that I missed. The last I heard, he's still holding out for a contract. 2 hours ago, did he go to Green Bay? I know there was a lot of rumors that he was going to go to Green Bay. All right, moving on. Oh, there's two of those. There's another one that's toned. So if anybody wants a toned version of that one, same price. That's the toned version. That is a double die. I just realized that. I didn't notice that before. Hang on. Yeah, to Green Bay, what'd they... I wonder what Green Bay gave up for him. Yeah, that's raised. That is a Class A double die. Cool. So this one's a double die. If anybody wants it right now, I'll give it to you at the original price. This might go up in value if nobody picks it up tonight. That is a very obvious... I don't know how I missed that before. Look at that. Right in there. That's a Class 8 double die. And going to Wayne. Wayne beat you, Silver Keys. How you been, Wayne? So we just realized that on camera, so it does not say it on the marker. But now you know. Alright, let me find the card. I know I got you in here somewhere. There you are. Alrighty. Alright, so those were the 1952s. We also have a 1953. First round picks for the next 2 years and a defensive end. Not bad. I'm betting Green Bay Packer fans are happy about that. So there's the 1953 version of it. Beautifully BU. By the way, if anybody's never seen one of these in person, they're about basically the size of like a Morgan dollar. Yeah, that was definitely an expensive guy to go get. But hey, hats off to Green Bay. And the Eagles learned how to deal with Micah Parsons, which is just ignore him. Figure out where he's going to be lined up every play and don't run a play to that side. That's how they dealt with him. All right, moving on. I mean, Cowboys management is happy as long as they're in the headlines. That's all they seem to care about. Next up, 1968.25 peso. 72% silver BU, $28. All right, moving on. And that's pretty good. That was like the only good defensive player that Dallas had. So their defense is going to be terrible this year. Last Mexico, 1977, 100 peso. Anybody? I'll do you guys another deal. If anybody wants all four of these big old chunky silver coins, I can knock $11 off. Would have been $110 all individually. $99 for all four. And let me see real quick what the melt on these would be, just to give you guys an idea. See, that's 1952, 5 pesos, Mexico. I'm going to add this up for you guys real quick. So that's 2509. Oops. 25.09. And then a 68.25 peso. Is $20.32, so plus 20.32. And then the 100 peso. Oops. 77, not 71. Almost there. 2509 on that one. All right, you guys ready for this? If nobody takes the deal Black Frog, I'll look and see if I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can, but I will have to look. So 99 for all four. The total melt value for those 4 coins as of right this second, $95.59. So you'll be getting them for $4.41 over melt. And yeah, Wayne, I can do that. If nobody wants the 4 coin deal, I can do that deal for you on those 2. So I'll go 30 seconds. If anybody wants that deal, otherwise I'm going to do the smaller deal for Wayne. All right, Wayne, you're getting your deal. The 25 peso and the 100 peso, you're getting them for $50, which saved you $4. Congrats, sir. So that's that one and that one. All right, if anybody else decides you want those other 2 5 pesos, let me know. Oh, get this out of my way. All right, next up, got an oldie. Oldie. How old? 1873 old. 1873, position B, 5 francs from Belgium. 90% silver, VF, $40. Position B, of course, being which way is the edge writing facing. All right, so if you're looking at the edge writing, when it's face up, if the edge writing is upside down, it's position B. If it's right side up, that's position A. We have the exact same thing on our presidential dollars. Anybody, somebody's got to want this coin. This thing is awesome. It's big, it's silver, it's old. This thing is over 150 years old. It's got an awesome design. There we go. Moose Socks wants it. Congrats, Moose Socks. Talked you into it. All right, next up, one coin from the Bahamas. It is a 1966 50 cent. 80% silver AU. 16 bucks. Oh yeah, that thing's got a gorgeous reverse. So does this one. That's a big marlin. And this is going to Wayne. Gratzer. All right, and as we slowly start transitioning into the U.S. coins, 1944 S 50 centavos, USA, Philippines. 75% silver, extremely fine toned, 10 bucks. The forgotten U.S. coins. I've often wondered, since all U.S. currency is still monetized, if you went into a store and tried to spend this, what the people at the store would think. Be like, technically it's a 50-cent piece. Ish. Have a good night, man. Go get some rest. Silver Keys, do you want the 5 franc? Moosock said you could have it if you want it. Oh, I know. I spin BU Ikes every now and again just to mess with people. Moosock, she's letting you keep it. Alright, moving on. Alright. U.S. coinage. Alright, kicking off, we got a couple of Lincoln cent proofs for $2 a piece. We got the 2000, 2001, and 2003. These are all proof decams, $2 each. Ain't about it. We'll see, maybe that would have got you into some foreigns. I'll get you into it. There are some foreign coins out there that just put American coins to shame. All right, moving on. Especially if you get into the ancients. Oh, the ancients are awesome coins. All right, next up, 1 2-center tonight. 1864 large motto. Good for $10. And that might actually be a VG because you could just barely make out the we. So yeah, that's actually a VG. I undergraded that. So that's like a... Let me see something real quick. 1864, 2 cents. Oops. Why am I trying it this way? PCGS coin fact, where are you? Where is my link? There it is. One sec, guys. Sorry for the distraction here, just real quick. Yeah, okay, so if you can make out the we, this is kind of the rule of 2 cents. 2-cent coins. Because the we is the high point on the coin. It's the first thing that really wears all the way off. So, if you can just barely make out the we, which on this one, you can just barely make it out. That means it's at least a fine. And I am confirming that right now on PCGS photo grade. So yes, this coin is actually a fine. I undergraded this coin. So you guys know me, though. I will never change the price going up during a sale. I'll lower prices during a sale, but I will never raise the price during a sale. So right now it's 10. I have it at $10. If nobody gets it tonight, the next time you guys see this coin, it's going to be $25. So right now you can get a $25 coin for $10. Its list price on PCGS is actually $40. I'm fixing this right now. Dink. So there's fine. $10 if you get it tonight. Here's what it's going to be if you don't. Next time it's on camera. 25. And Doug's like, nope, I'm not letting the price go up. Give me it. Grass, Doug. Hey, nothing wrong with ramen. There's lots of different things you can do with ramen. You can get straight up fancy with ramen. Right. Next three Jefferson nickel proofs. $2 a piece. Same years as the pennies. 2000. 2001. He's probably waiting to see what I'd say the next price would be to see if he wanted to circumvent that price or not. So there you go, Decam Jefferson nickel proofs, $2 each. Anybody? Use the saute hamburger, add the flavor packet to the burger, and then toss in with the noodles. Heck yeah. Throw a little veggie up in there with it. A little bok choy or something. Heck yeah. That's a great meal. All right, moving on. Honestly, I rarely ever eat ramen, but I don't mind it. My cheap food is cans of soup, because the good thing about soup is that there's so many different soups out there. You could go like, if you hunt enough, you could go like 3 weeks and never eat the same soup twice. All right, next up we got some silver dime proofs. We got the 2000, 2001, and 2003, just like the others. $5 a piece. 90% silver proof decams. Anybody? Indeed. All right, moving on. Anybody decide you want those, let me know. When you're 19, you usually get Totino pizzas. Oh, I miss them. I still eat the party pizzas. I hate that they're like $2 each now. I got some of those in the freezer right now. And that was back when they were still round. Now they're rectangle. All right, next up, silver state quarter proofs. Starting with the year 2000. Virginia. South Carolina. Maryland. New Hampshire. And Massachusetts. $12 each. Or $50 for the year. If you get all 5 for the year, you save $10. I'm going to have to raise the prices on these again soon before too long. As of right now, melt on a 90% silver quarter is $7.04. Well, it's $7.0476. So technically $7 and a nickel. Melt per quarter. Anybody? It's going to hit $40 by the end of the year. Doug thinks it'll hit $40 by the end of October. All right, moving on. Then we got the 2001s. New York. I remember when I used to sell these for $7 a piece. It actually wasn't that long ago. Vermont. North Carolina, I think, 2019 I used to sell these for $7 each. Kentucky. And Rhode Island. Did they just make silver a critical mineral? I don't know. Let's see. Is silver considered a critical mineral? Yes. United States added silver to its draft critical minerals list some point this month. Recognizes its growing industrial use in clean energy technologies and the supply risks from foreign sources like Mexico and Peru. Silver's role in photovoltaic cells, electronics, blah, 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 has made it crucial, leading to inclusion on the list. So, yep, it is a critical mineral now. Indeed. So, yeah, if that's the case, you may very well see silver jump up a lot more. You get $100 an ounce would not be outside the realm of possibility. All right, what was I doing? Oh, 2001s. So we got New York, Vermont, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Rhode Island. And again, $12 each or $50 for the year. Anybody? All right, moving on. And then we've also got the 2003s. That's Illinois, Missouri, Alabama, Arkansas, and Maine. And again, or $50 for the year. There's Illinois, Missouri, Alabama, Arkansas, and Maine. Anybody? All right. If anybody decides you want any of those quarters, let me know. We are now on to $half. Kicking on words. Kicking off $half is the 1917 Walking Liberty half. Only the second year ever that they made these. 1917. Full good strong date. That is rare on the teens. One for $22. Well, if it was, it would be significantly more expensive. I get them every now and again, though. Keep an eye out. Anytime I can get them at a decent price, I grab them. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next one. This thing is gorgeous. 1958 Denver Franklin. Beautiful BU Benji. Check that out. This thing is beautiful. Not quite a full bell line, unfortunately. There's a little bit down here that isn't there. It was dang close, though. So it's going for $24. Wow. Man, no love for the Benji. All right, moving on. All right, next up, same years you guys have been seeing. These are the silver Kennedy $half proofs. We got the 2000 to 2001 and the 2003. All 90% silver proof decams, $18 each. It's very possible. Yeah, I finally had to raise the price on these. For the longest time, I was doing these for $15 each. But melt on these now is $14.06. So I couldn't keep them at $15 anymore. I lose money on them now. So now they're 18. All right, moving on. Yeah, those 16s are going to be very expensive for you, Silver Keys. So, let me see real quick. Bring me Numis Media. Where are you, Numis? Has Walking Liberty. Yeah, so just in a VG8, that 1916S is $174. In a VG8, the 1916 Denver is $66. So yeah, those are going to run you a little bit. That's why you don't have them. All right, last 3 coins on the list, and then we'll do the recap. Sacagawea proofs for 2001, 2, and 3. $4 each. If anybody wants all 3 of these, I'll do it for $9. Save you $3. It's like a buy 2, get 1 free. $2,000S. $2001 and 2003. So $4 each or $9 for all 3. All right, recap. Just leave those there for you guys to look at while we're recapping. All right, banknotes. The 10 kwacha Zambia, the 1 Hryvnia Ukraine, the 5,000 lyre Italy, the 1 ringgit Malaysia, the 1 rial Saudi Arabia, and the 5 franc France are all still available. Anybody want any of the banknotes? This is the Ukraine, Wayne. Come on, camera. It's uncirculated and $3. Going to Wayne. And silver keys, you want to see the 43 5 franc? Yep. There you go. I almost feel bad for the engravers that had to do the France banknote plates. Because they probably looked at the art design and they're like, you guys just hate me, don't you? Just all that flower detail, man, is just crazy. So that is the France. All right. While you're still looking at that, we've also got the Western Samoa 1969 1 Tala is still available. Only 25,000 of those were made. Very, very low mintage. That was this one. Going for $5. So that's still available. Alrighty. All right, World Silver, the Britain, the 1943 6-pence BU is still available. All the florins are gone. Half crowns, the 22, the 40, 42, and 43 are still available. Anybody on the Britons? Oh, and the 46. 46 is still available as well. On the half crowns. All right, the 1955 10 ore Sweden is still available. VF for $3. The 1960 20 drachma Greece. The 1952 5 peso Mexico. 53 5 peso Mexico. And the 1944 S USA Philippines 50 centavo. That's all of the World Silver still available. Anybody on any of it? All right, American coins. The only one that sold is the 1864 2-center. Everything else for American coins is still available. So that's all the Lincoln cent proofs, the Jefferson nickel proofs, the silver dime proofs, all the state quarters silver proofs, the Walking Liberty, the Franklin, the 3 Kennedy silver proofs, and the Sacagaweas. No love for American coins tonight. All right, last call, last chance to ask for bundles, anything. Do I ever get better grade war nickels? Yeah, I get BU ones on occasion. I've actually had full BU sets of them on occasion. I don't have any right now. I haven't actually had war nickels in a while, thinking on it. Here's my latest project. This is going to take me some time. If y'all know, you know. There's actually some really good ones in here. It's just figuring out what they are. Yep. I mean, like, look at that one. That one is in really good condition. That is... let's see real quick. Blink. Whoa, too close. Back up. Back up. Oh yeah, definitely. Pretty sure. Hang on. Let me double check. Sorry. Give me just a moment. I'm still looking at something real quick. It's not the one I thought it was. All right. And that is why I check. Okay, so that's got the building on the back. Don't worry, I'm not going to spend an hour doing this tonight. I'm just doing a quick glance. Which I thought this one would have been one that would have popped up like really easy, but apparently not, which could be a good thing. That could mean it's one of the better ones. One of your lesser seen ones. Yeah, not sure. I have a metal detector. I have never used it. No, I just bought the bag as is. That's the other side. So yeah, that's just one of them. Here's another one. It's in good shape. This one is a Constantius. You can see that right on it. Another fully intact one. Definitely some cool stuff here. These tiny, tiny ones are going to be a pain in the butt to try and figure out. These things are really little. And I don't even know if there's enough on them to do anything. So I'm going to move this one for a minute. Check these out. So for scale, here's a penny. It's basically Lincoln's head. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking these might be widow mites. And all I need to do is get one good enough to see, because widow mites were really easily discernible. If you can see the design. Yeah, there's another one. But most of them had either the triple prong thingamaboob or the starburst looking thing. Where's my little scale at? All right, so understanding these are very worn. I don't know, let me see this one. So it's 0.5 gram. It's a half gram. So, all right, so it's not Roman. The smallest Roman coins were the quadrants, and those were 4 grams. Okay, actually, it might have been a Roman. It might have been the really old one, the Numis. Okay. All right, these are bronze Numis. They are Byzantine Empire, 5th to 7th century, weighing less than a gram. So that would be Constantine the First. Nope, that would be after Constantine the First. That would have been Hey, you guys are getting an insight into my process when I do ancients. Who ruled Byzantine Empire 5th to 7th century? All right, so that would have been Constantinian. I hate saying that. Theodosian or Leonid dynasties were when these coins were made. So these are Byzantine coins. And way, way too beat up to be able to ever actually probably determine exactly which ones they are. So there you go. Hey, Kellen. So yeah, these are bronze Numis Byzantine Empire 5th to 7th century. There you go. That's what these are. 5 of them. It's actually a couple more. 9. There's actually 9 of them. Hey, if anybody wants these, I'll give you these for $15 for all 9. How's that sound? Give you guys something that you can play with. You already have your all the information you need to start. 5th to 7th century Byzantine Empire bronze Numis. Anybody want them? Throw in some scrap pieces too. All right, tell you what. All of these, if anybody wants something to play with, and all of this, $15. So pile of scrap plus all the little bronze Numans, or Numis. That's a good deal. So there's your other bits, and then all your bronze Numis. Byzantine Empire. Oh, actually there's 10. There's one, the one on the scale. And Doug's taking those. All right, Doug, I'm going to put all your Newmans in here. And I'll write that information on a little thing and put it in there. So you have your starting point. Hey, I can make another deal if you guys want to save me a lot of work. All right, so that's 5th to 7th century Byzantine bronze numis coins. All right, there you go, Doug. Remember, that only counts for these, not all of this, just these. Like this one, you can tell by the size. That was either a double fullest. Actually, you know, nope, that was a sestertius. That was the only coin big enough to be that size. So full size, this would have been 30 grams. That's like half the coin. Sorry, I didn't mean to just cough right in your ears. All right, so there you go. There's your lot. So ancient lot. $15 to Doug. All right, tell you what. Do I have a bag of half Disneys kicking around? I do not. If anybody wants to save me some work, I'll do you guys another little deal right now. And I'll show you each one of these individually. That one. I can tell you right now, that's a Constantine. There's that one that we were looking at earlier. That's, you get this thing identified, I can almost bet you that's going to be at least a $30 coin minimum. That one, looks like it's going to be a Constantius Pius. Not sure right off the top of my head what this one is. But definitely identifiable on that one. And yep, that one's fully identifiable. If you can identify these out, you're looking at minimum value. Minimum value would be $80. Most of which would be these two coins. Or, sorry, these two coins. That one's a Constantine, so that one's probably like a $15 coin. So minimum, again, minimum, you're looking at about an $80 value. Anybody wants to save me a lot of work right now, I'll do that whole lot for $30. Here you go, Mabel. These are Roman ancients. Here, tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. I've had this one lying around forever. I'll throw that one in. And I'll throw 2 cash coins in that are unidentified. Various. I know one of them's a Constantine, and I think one of them's a Constantius Pius, but I don't know the others. So there you go. 6 ancients and 2 Chinese cash coins. $30. Anybody? And Moosox is taking that little lot. So that's ancient lots. $30. 2 Moosox. I need a bag to put those in. These, oh no, these are Qin Dynasty. Anytime you see a Chinese cash coin that has that symbol on it, that's Qin Dynasty. Send keys to cash coins. All right. Silver keys, you're getting these 2 cash coins. Courtesy of Moosox. Qin Dynasty. Qing. I think. Yeah, Qing. Qing Dynasty. Oops. Let me spell that right. Qing. Dynasty. There we go. Now it's spelled right. Alright, so I'm going to write on these that are both from Moosock so you know. Oops, forgot one of the coins. From Moosocks. All right. Anybody want another blind lot to save me some money or save me some time? Granted, this one will be a little bit more expensive. It'll be a 10 coin lot. I call it a blind lot because there is labeling on these, but I have not looked into them to confirm them. So these are old 1800s Chinese or Canada tokens. They're the token half cent and 1 cent. So that one says it's an 1812 Egypt. That one says it's an 1860. 1835. That one they had it listed for 35 bucks. 1814. 1855. 1857. Well, we know that one's right. It says it right on it. This one doesn't even have a date on it. It just says Lower Canada. Halfpenny. 1841, 1840. Now it just says early to mid 1800s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 bucks. Guaranteed this is worth way more than that. And Moosox is taking that deal. Congrats, sir. Man, now you're not only on to ramen, but you need coupons for the ramen. Anybody else want me to see what else I can dig out? I have random stuff all over the place. Here you go. You guys know pennies are on the way out. I have no idea what the face value even is of this bag. But these are all AUBUs. Everything in this bag is either AU or BU. If I had to guess, I'd say, I don't know, $2.50, $3 face value. I'll go $8. Little gambler's lot. $8 for the whole bag. So I don't have to sort it. I know there's a lot of them in here from the 60s. None of them are checked for varieties or errors. That's right there. That's what, a 60... 63? Anybody? Anybody want to take a chance on a bag of really nice pennies? They're starting to phase them out now. That order has gone out. The U.S. Mint is to start phasing pennies out now. Nobody wants that one, huh? All right. You never know. There might have been something really darn good in there. Yep. A lot of places are getting rid of them. Forgot I had that sitting up there. Like randomly looking at stuff on my desk. What year is this? 1917. USA, Philippines. 5 centavo. That's an oldie. British got rid of their penny. Yep. Yeah, and apparently they're going to leave it up to businesses on their prices for right now. You can still do like, you know, $1.49 on something if they're using a card. But if it's cash, it's up to the business to decide if they want to round it down or up. You can guess how many businesses are going to round down. That would be that many. Yeah, this is America, dude. This is land of greed. Nobody's going to round down. Everybody's going to charge you as much as they possibly can. Here's another little thing if anybody wants it. So this is gross weight. This is not melt weight. This is gross weight of the bag. 0.825 ounces of junk silver. Various purities. These are basically coins that there was too much wrong with it, so I couldn't sell them as just an individual coin. So, some Mexico, Canada, that octagonal one is in Egypt. So, rough guess, let's see, that's 0.825. Let's give it a rounded, like, say, average of 70% silver. So times 0.7. So roughly about 0.58 ounces of silver in this bag. I don't know, 18 bucks? Anybody want it for 18 bucks? Just in case that's a little high. You might be getting this for under melt. Who knows? $18 for the little bag. Junk silver. Anybody want that? Oh, it's all good. The actual sale's been done for a while. I've just been pulling out random stuff. Nobody wants it? All right. I just keep adding to it as I get new little junk silver coins. I'm still amazed the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, I'm still amazed nobody bought that one. That was a shocker that nobody wanted that one. That was an awesome coin. I don't even have one of those. I'm always selling them to you guys. But alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody, thanks for coming out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with Thursdays for right now. I was going to switch to Tuesday. But I'm going to go ahead and, since Thursday we're getting a bit of, still getting a turnout, I'm just going to stick with Thursdays for right now. Next week, however, is going to be on Friday. And that's because season opener is my team playing our hated enemy, and I don't want to miss that. So it's going to be Friday for next week, but then we're still going to be on Thursdays otherwise. So, as always, give me a bit to get the invoices out. Anybody who has the ability, if you can get your payments in like the next day or two, that would really, really help me out. So, all right, guys. Everybody have a great night. And I will see you guys next week.